go, let's go, let's go.
Hey guys, and welcome to part 1 of Operation Strongarm. This was a 24-hour Milsim event in North Wales that myself, Jay and Flares headed to as part of a small contingent of our new Milsim team, Cold Spear. Now this was a rural style Milsim, and I've never really played a rural Milsim before. In the past they've always been urban Fibua style events, so this was something a little bit different. Now, as requested by you guys, today's video is a little bit longer, so you get to see more of the action, so hopefully if you do enjoy this style of video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. So, after forming up as a 5-man squad with myself, Jay and Flares from Cold Spear, and Matt and Dads from the Telford Wrecking Airsoft team, we're then tasked by the commander to move through the tree line towards the enemy base and try and spot out enemy positions. Now, after moving through the woods for about an hour and a half, we only actually come across one enemy unit, but after they don't spot our position, we manage to get past them and carry on towards the enemy base. Now, as the gameplay picks up here, we actually spot the enemy commander out in the open, unarmed and unguarded, all by himself.
Get in quick.
Now at this point we are right on the edge of the enemy base, which consists of 3 different sized farm buildings, and if we can flank around the outside we may be able to take the enemy team by surprise, or even better, try and catch their enemy commander if he goes back past our position undefended.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Matt, contact left, contact left. Left, left, left.
After Flares takes out that first player there that had just spotted our position, we try and flank round to the right hand side to come up the back of the base. But at this point, of course, the enemy team have heard their teammate calling out for a medic, and they've no doubt heard the gunfire and the grenades going off, so it's only a matter of time before we lose the initiative.
I'll get in there.
Now for this operation I had been tasked as the squad medic, which meant if anyone was shot they had to be bandaged back in by any teammate to get back in the fight. But once they were shot a second time, it would require me as the medic to come across there and give them an IV, which in this case was drinking a small bottle of water to get back into the fight. Now once they've been medic back in, if they're shot again, they go back to the bandage rule. So it's a continuous cycle, so as long as you've got enough IVs and your medic stays alive, you can keep most of your team in the fight. The only issue we had here is we hadn't actually been given our bandages yet, so we'd just been told by a marshal to hold on to a teammate's arm for a couple of seconds to simulate putting a bandage back on, and they could get straight back into the fight.
it. Well,
That's for them, yeah.
oh,
He's down.
let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's go.
Matt, get me a bang up, yeah?
Smoke or bang? I've only got smoke.
Jay? Jay's got one to go. Jay, right side corner of that building, yeah? Jay, straight, you're 12 now, Jay? Yeah, good smoke. I don't know how many of us there is now. Jay, there's a window, you're 12. Jump up and shoot it, ready? Right.
Yeah. Pass her on. Yeah. Pass her on.
Now at this point, teammates are starting to die in front of me and behind me, so the main thing I've got to try and do here is keep myself alive. As the medic, if I can keep myself on my feet, I can then get the rest of the team back in the fight. So the main thing is to try and keep myself alive.
We've got no bandages, so we've just got to count. Yeah, someone took all 20. Get me out of the bush. He only needs one more hit and he's out. Let's go.
With Flares, Daz and Matt now back in the fight, this means Flares could give me cover while I try and move across to Jay and medic him back in.
Okay. Keep the bottle. I'll do.
Mate, where are you?
I'm here.
Medic, mate.
Oh man, get Daz back in it. We've got 2 down.
Movement. Is that a cow?
As the medic role, I'm trying to keep myself in the middle of the squad, somewhere where I can easily access as many teammates as I possibly can. If I'm at the front, I may become isolated and trapped, and if I'm at the back, I may fall behind. So by staying in the middle, I can try and rescue as many players as I possibly can. Now this player here thinks that he's hit me, but as you'll see here as we watch it back in slow-mo, his rounds go a little bit too high and a little bit too far to the right, just meaning he hits the bushes and trees around me. Now as the fight continues, I'm slowly starting to run out of IVs, and of course once we run out of water, that means I can no longer bring players back into the game. So I've got to try and make these last now and try and keep players up on their feet.
Get me a smoke. Someone get me a smoke from there.
Anywhere there on the floor, mate?
Hit!
Now at this point, after taking a hit for the first time and the level of IVs becoming pretty low, myself and the remaining members of the squad try and make a quick break and fall back to safe ground. Now as we're falling back, I notice a small stile which gives me access to a field, which is the same route the enemy players have been taking to try and flank round behind us. So I move around the back of the field to try and get the jump on some players. So after taking a second hit there, which meant I would require an IV, and as the only medic in the squad meant it was pretty much impossible to get back into the fight then, myself and the squad were out. But overall it was a pretty good attempt. There were only 5 of us attacking their main base, and I myself took out 12 players, and with the rest of us combined we probably took out maybe 20 players, so for a 5-man squad we did a pretty good job of wrecking the enemy team. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If so, stay tuned for part 2 where we absolutely hand it to the enemy players in the middle of the night. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.